The question says, given that 2 cos x plus 30 degrees is equal to sine x minus 30 degrees, shows that tan x degree is equal to 3 cube 3 minus 4. Now, solution. So you have to recall the addition formula in trigonometry identities. Now, this addition formula will tell you how to solve anything that involves the addition of sine A plus B to be equal to sine A cos B, then the same sign, which is plus cos A sine B. Also, sine A minus B is the same thing as sine A cos B, then minus the same sign. This sign will not change. Minus sine cos A sine B. I do not want it to be different from the first equation. Now, for the cos, A plus B will be cos A, then cos B. Here, the sign is going to change. So when it is plus A, when you are expanding it, it's going to be minus. Are we together? So then you now have sine A sine B. Also, cos A minus B will be equal to cos A cos B. So this time around, the sign here will be plus sine A sine B. Now back to the question. So we have 2 cos x plus 30 degrees is equal to sine x minus 30 degrees. So let's take the left hand side now. So here's the left hand side, and here is the right hand side. So let's take it. You have 2 cos x plus 30 degrees. Now let's keep these 2 so that we'll be able to use this formula. Now let's keep 2. So take cos x plus 30 degrees will be equal to, now let's go back to let's name it equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, equation 4. So let's go back to equation 3. So we're going to have cos x, then cos 30 degrees. Then since here is plus, so when you are expanding, it's going to be minus. So then sine x degrees, then sine 30 degrees. So you still have to know this, that your cos 30 degrees is equal to root 3 over 2. And your sine 30 degrees is equal to 1 over 2. So after knowing that, we are going to substitute all these values inside this equation 5. Let's name it equation 5. So now we now have cos x plus 30 degrees is equal to cos x degrees. Wherever we see cos 30 degrees, we're going to put what's there? Root 3 over 2. So multiply by root 3 over 2. Then repeat the sign, which is minus sine x degrees multiplied by, wherever you see sine 30 degrees, we are going to put 1 over 2. Multiply by 1 over 2. Now, So cos of x plus 30 degrees will now be equal to, so if you multiply this one, you are going to get root 3 over 2, then cos x degrees, then minus, multiply this one, we have 1 over 2 sine x degrees. So let's go back to the initial left hand side equation. So you could remember that we kept our 2 outside, so let's bring that 2 back. So 2 cos x plus 30 degrees will now be equal to, we multiply everything here by 2. So root 3, 2 multiplied by root 3 cos x degrees minus 1 over 2 sine x degrees. So let's do the expansion. So 2 multiplied by root 3 over 2, we want to expand. So then cos x degrees minus, use 2 to multiply minus 1 over 2 as well. So 2 multiplied by 1 over 2 sine x degrees. So this one is the same thing as 2 over 1. This one is the same thing as 2 over 1. So this 2 will cancel this 2. This 2 will cancel this 2. So 2 cos of x plus 30 degrees will now be equal to root 3 cos x degrees minus sine x degrees. So let's name it equation 6. Let's keep it. Now the right hand side, which says x sine of x minus 30 degrees. So let's go back to equation 2. So we have sine x degrees, then cos 30 degrees, then minus cos x degrees, then sine 30 degrees. So wherever we see cos 30 degrees, we are going to put root 3 over 2. So sine x degrees multiplied by root 3 over 2, then minus cos x degrees. Wherever we see sine 30 degrees, we are going to put 1 over 2. So sine of x minus 30 degrees. So sine of x minus 30 degrees will now be equal to, so let's multiply, we have root 3 over 2, then sine x degrees minus 1 over 2 cos x degrees. So you write that one, let's label this one to be equation 7. So now we need to go back to our initial questions. So we now equate them together. So you equate equation 6 and equation 7 together now. So we have 2 cos of x plus 30 degrees is equal to sine of x minus 30 degrees will now be equal to, so our equation 6 says root 3 cos x degrees minus sine x degrees now is equal to equation 7 is equal to root 3 over 2 sine x degrees minus 1 over 2 cos x degrees. So look at it very well, study it very well. Now let's collect like terms, or let's move the right hand side to the left hand side. So we have root 3 cos x degrees minus sine x degrees. Now if we move root 3 over 2 sine x, if it comes in, it becomes minus, since there's invisible plus here. So if it comes in, it becomes root 3 minus root 3 over 2, then sine x degrees. Now, if you bring minus 1 over 2 cos x, if you bring it in, it becomes plus 1 over 2 cos x degrees. Then you equate everything to be equal to 0. Now, after doing this, we need to collect like terms. Now, collecting like terms gives us like terms gives root 3 cos x degrees, then plus 1 over 2 cos x degrees, then minus sine x degree, then minus root 3 over 2 sine x degrees is equal to 0. Now, from here, we can now factorize cos x out a, factorize sine x out a. So we have root 3 plus 1 over 2, then cos x. Then here we have minus 1. You know, there is minus 1 here. Minus 1 minus root 3 over 2, then sine x degree is equal to 0. Root 3 plus 1 over 2, then cos x. Then let's factorize minus out. We have minus into bracket 1 plus root 3 over 2, then sine x degrees. Everything is equal to 0. So from here, we can now say that root 3 plus 1 over 2 cos x. So let's take sine to the other side. So we have plus 1 over root 3 over 2, then sine x. So from here now, we can now see that divide both sides by cos x. So dividing both sides by cos x gives the following equation. So root 3 plus 1 over 2 into brackets cos x divided by cos x will be equal to 1 plus root 3 over 2, then sine x divided by cos x. Now from here, cos x will cancel cos x. Then recall that tan x is the same thing as sine x over cos x. So let's substitute that value there. So we have root 3 plus 1 over 2 into brackets 1 plus root 3 over 2. Then wherever you see sine x divided by cos x, we're going to put tan x. So from here, let's simplify all this sort. So this is over 1 over 1. So the left hand side gives me, we find the LCM of 1 and 2, it gives me 2. So how many 1 can I get in 2? 2. 2 multiplied by root 3, I have 2 root 3. 2 into 1, 1 multiplied by 1, so plus 1 is equal to, let's divide this one. So LCM is 2, 1 into 2, 2 multiplied by 2, 2, plus 2 into 1, 1 multiplied by root 3, then tan x. Now, we want to isolate tan x. So what are we going to do? We are going to multiply both sides by 2 over 2 plus root 3. Why am I doing that? Because I want to use something that we cancel, that we eliminate all these coefficients of tan x. So I have to do it that is the inverse of the coefficient of tan x. So we have 2 root 3 plus 1 over 2, then multiply by 2 over 2 plus root 3 is equal to 2 plus root 3 over 2, then multiply by 2 over 2 plus root 3. Then everything multiply by tan x. So here, these 2 can cancel 2. So I have 2 root 3 plus 1 over 2 plus root 3 is equal to, we come here, 2 plus root 3, we cancel 2 plus root 3. Then 2 we cancel 2. So I have 1. 1 multiplied by tan x will give me tan x degree. Now from here, you can see that this one is in surd form. So how am I going to simplify it? I'm going to rationalize it. So I'm going to multiply both sides by the conjugate of the denominator. What is the conjugate of the denominator? The conjugate of this denominator, this conjugate is 2 minus root 3. That's the conjugate of this denominator. So to rationalize it, I have 2 root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 plus root 3. Then multiply by 2 minus root 3 over 2 minus root 3. If I multiply it this way, it's as if I'm not multiplying it. I'm just multiplying by 1, because if you divide them by each other, it will give us 1. So then is equal to tan x. So from here, I can now have 2 root 3 plus 1 into brackets 2 minus root 3 over 2 plus root 3, then multiply by 2 minus root 3. Everything is equal to tan x degrees. Now from here, I cannot simplify. Let's expand the bracket. So I have 2 root 3 multiplied by 2. So it gives me 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. So is equal to 4 root 3. Then come here again. This 2 root 3, use it to multiply minus root 3. So what do I have? I have minus 2, then root 3 multiplied by root 3. So root 3 multiplied by root 3 will give me 3. So let's continue. So next, plus 1 multiplied by 2 will give me plus 2. Also, this plus 1, I'm going to use it to multiply minus root 3. So I have minus root 3 over 2. Then the denominator, 2 multiplied by 2 gives me 4. Now this same 2, I'm going to use it to multiply minus root 3. So it gives me minus 2 root 3. Now the next thing is that I'm going to use root 3 to multiply 2. So what do I have? I have plus 2 root 3. Now the next thing is that I'm going to use this plus root 3 to multiply minus root 3. So plus times minus will give me minus. So root 3 multiplied by root 3 is going to give me 3. So everything is equal to tan x degrees. So from here, we can now say that we have 4 root 3, then minus 2. So root 3 multiplied by root 3 is going to give me 3. Then plus 2, then minus root 3. Everything over 4. Then if you look at this one very well, you can see that we have minus 2 root 3 and plus 2 root 3. If we add them together, it's going to give us 0. So minus Root 3 multiplied by root 3 is going to give me 3. So everything is equal to x. So let's simplify the left hand side. So I have 4 root 3, then minus 2 multiplied by 3. It gives me minus 6. Then plus 2, then minus plus 2, then plus 2, then minus root 3. Everything over 4 minus 3 gives me 1. So is equal to tan x degrees. Now from here I have, let's collect like terms. So I have 4 root 3, then minus root 3, then minus 6 plus 2, then over 1. So I do not need to write that one again. Is equal to tan x degrees. So if you have same sort, if you have the same thing inside the square roots, that means I can multiply their coefficient. I can subtract their coefficients. If it is addition, I can also do that as well. So I have, this is 4. This coefficient of this one is 1. So 4 minus 1 gives me 3. Then I'll have to repeat the one inside the square root or sort. Then minus 6 plus 4 gives me minus 4. So it is equal to x degrees. So if you look at it, you can see that we have gotten what they asked us to prove is equal to 3 root 3 minus 4. So that is how to do that. Go through it. If you have any challenge, let me know.